Yesterday, the Austrian journalist Armin Wolf did an interview with the Russian President Vladimir Putin. When we watch the body language of both of them, we see a difference. Vladimir Putin sits quite relaxed. Well, he's almost sprawling in his chair. And that is a form of dominance. Because he shows us he is the one who sets the rules. And the others have to please him or have to follow those rules. We can see that relaxed body language throughout the whole interview, while Armin Wolf is constantly sitting in a very upright position. The first reaction Vladimir Putin is showing throughout the whole interview is a smile. But the smile is not really friendly. It's a smile with a strong exhaling sound. And normally we do that when we push things away from us. And that is not a signal that is very inviting. It appears that he is not really impressed by the first presumption that Armin Wolf has. Vladimir Putin is showing also motions with his feet. Not so much with his upper body, but he is whipping and rocking with his feet. And that is normally if there is more energy in a body than we can show or than is needed right now. Because he's not interested, because he's nervous, or because he's impatient. Typical for Vladimir Putin, it seems hard for him to keep eye contact. He constantly looks away, and no matter if he's just listening or if he's talking, it is hard for him to keep eye contact for a longer period of time, with one exception. I'll come back on that a little bit later. And we don't know why Vladimir Putin has a hard time keeping eye contact, but we can see the effect. And the effect is always, you are not important enough, or I'm not interested in you, or it might also be, I want to avoid you. And one interesting thing, as you can see here, Vladimir Putin is raising his eyebrows. And on the one hand, raised eyebrows is a signal of I'm interested. That's why when we are interested, when we are astonished, we raise the eyebrows really high up. But what Vladimir Putin is also doing, he keeps his eyelids shut, or at least half shut. And that says to us, well, I'm interested, but not enough. A little bit of arrogance can be interpreted with this facial expression. What Putin does, he smiles with just one side of the mouth. And that seems as if the brain wouldn't have decided whether it thinks that this question, that these words are fun or are interesting or are nice or not. And that seems to be a little bit cynical. And then there's a huge change in Putin's body language. Interestingly, exactly in the moment when Armin Wolf is quite insisting when he's talking about the conflicts in Kosovo, Ukraine and Chechnya. Putin's gestures are in the front. He is in the area of the table. He is coming closer to Armin Wolf. He's leaning forward. His facial expressions are way more open. And that is the real Vladimir Putin. Because normally he is quite reserved. He is reluctant in showing facial expressions and he's reluctant in showing gestures. But when he's getting emotional, when he's trying to get his point across, we can see he is capable of doing that. And that is authentic. Because his motions come just a little bit before he is saying the words. First we show emotions and then we say the words. Altogether, he's showing a lot of dominance. altogether, he is also showing that he can be really authentic and quite open.